Welcome to another episode of Can It Run It? Asus ROG Ally, and this is one of my favorite games ever released, which is Monster Hunter World. I'll be showing you guys the settings that we're running under here under the advanced graphical settings. We are running at 720p. It's not going to show you this underneath here, but 720p is what we're running at. So if you hit your Armory Crate button, open up your overlay, you want to set the 720p. These are all the settings right here that I have right here. I have prioritized frame rate. We got ambient occlusion mid, volume rendering quality low, shadow low, capsule off, all this other stuff. You guys can go ahead and check it out on the gameplay right here. But basically what I want to say is, if you go ahead and take a look in the top left hand corner of the screen, you'll see the FPS dipping right there. None of that pretty much matters when playing this game. There's no major lag spikes or anything like that, so you should be pretty good to play. Again, you're not really aiming for above 100 FPS on this game. As long as you get above consistent 40 and 50 FPS at 720p, you won't notice any difference unless it's a huge lag spike, and I did not have any of those while playing this game for a solid 7.5 hours. You can see the FPS dropping right here. Now, one thing I did want to mention is, without recording, I did actually sit here and achieve a 60 FPS on a consistent basis. That doesn't mean constantly, it doesn't mean all the time while playing the game, but on a consistent basis, I achieved 60 FPS. Generally speaking, you're going to look at a very, very low of about 40 FPS and about 50 and then to 60. So your range is about 40 to 60 FPS, give or take, but mainly you're going to be about in the 50s, especially in the more graphic intensive maps and areas of that sort. Now, the other thing I want to mention here is that this is running on turbo mode as well. So the game in performance mode, which is one underturn mode, which is your 15 watt, is pretty much not going to be playable unless you're able to stand 30 FPS. I myself can't do 30 FPS because it hurts my eyes. However, the game at 720p running on all low and medium settings, the game is super enjoyable, really fun to play. You shouldn't experience any lag spikes or any major hiccups like that. As you can see right here, the frame rate's going up and down, and I'm still playing the game, having a completely smooth experience. Any lag that you see is going to be in the video file, not the actual gameplay itself, because I didn't experience any gameplay lag. Overall, Monster Hunter World on the Asus ROG Ally is a must pick up in my personal opinion. If you guys love Monster Hunter World, if you haven't tried it, go pick it up and play it on the Asus ROG Ally. And in my personal opinion, the Ally and or the Lenovo Legion Go are perfectly paired for this game. It's a really great game. You can get lost in a lot of time of, and I just simply sat here, downloaded this to make the video for making this Can It Run It series, and I ended up playing the game for 7.5 hours on the Asus ROG Ally. Your one big negative drawback, as everybody knows with the Ally, is going to be your battery, so make sure you keep it plugged in, or just let it drain down to about 20 or 30, and then go ahead and plug it in, and you should be good to go. One thing I do want to mention is, when plugged in with turbo mode, you almost get way more 60 FPSs than you normally would, but I wouldn't recommend keeping it plugged in all the time because it gets hotter when it does that. So overall, you should enjoy a very good playing experience with Monster Hunter World. No major hiccups or anything like that. I did test the other maps as well, just to be 100% sure before making this video, so that way I don't provide incorrect information. Generally speaking, your FPS is going to be between 40 and 60 FPS with a very good, enjoyable gaming experience, especially at 720p. The game actually looks really crisp, really clean, and really good for being 720p. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.